Hello everybody, my name is Invicta and welcome back to Uma Musume Pretty Derby here. We are ready to go with one of my favorite Umas of all time, Maru Zenski. She is a fantastic horse. If you manage to pull her, I recommend, she was my starting, I didn't pull her, but she was my starting SSR ticket if you end up playing the game for yourself. I encourage you to pick Maru Zenski. She's solid. Solid front runner. You just put her in the front runner pace or a front runner strategy role and just let her run. All you got to do. She gets a lot of front runner skills that are fantastic. Her ultimate is incredible, and she's also extremely strong on pretty much any distance. So she can run pretty much anything except dirt. And even then, you can also use your aptitudes if you really want to get her up. I'm going to be using a guest rice shower here for my, I guess, mother. I always say this is the father, this is the mother, just based on the colors there. But you know, you can consider it whatever. And then also they're going to be using my what's her? I forget her name, but basically it's because of my Oguri cap and the triple speed spark that I have on her. So also people have been wanting to get my trainer ID. So if you want to see my trainer ID for yourself, I don't know how much more room I have, but there you go. You can just. Yeah, the Mosh Pit Club is currently full. I didn't realize that either. So I may remove inactive people or people that just aren't in there participating or anything like that or not donating and stuff. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it as is. And apparently I've got to redo all that stuff again because I had the right idea to do that. All right, let's try this again here. There we go. All right. Got the same parents. Here's my deck here if you want to see which deck I'm working with. I'm also going to be borrowing this level 40 Super Creek card, which is limit broken from some random person that I follow. It's a great idea and great practice, by the way, when you're starting out to start following high-ranked people. Whether if they have an A-rank horse that they have as a support or if they have a limit broken Super Creek card, that's the one that I recommend if you don't pull it for yourself. And I also have put the races back into landscape mode as a popular request from yesterday's episode. So thank you all very much. Remember, if you enjoy the Uma Musume series, click the like button. Here we go. So we're starting off with a high amount of base speed, courtesy of our parents here, 180, which is fantastic, and I'm hoping that those proc a lot. The last time that I played Maru, she was my first and only A-rank horse as well, which I was super proud of, as you all saw from the community post and my Twitter as well. I was able to get my first A-rank with Maru, and it was glorious. It was a legendarily awesome run. She had the full blast of everything. She had full ultimate. She had full stats. I mean, I probably could have pumped it even more. There was also no bad luck in that one either. So I'm fully expecting the game to try to screw us here, but that's just how it goes. And we immediately failed our first rest and recreation. That's great. Good job, Maru. But another thing that I love about Maru is that she's not very moody. You don't have to worry about her mood going down or fluctuating too much. As long as you keep her wit up, she can usually keep it under control. But even then, at the default level, you don't have to go super hard into wit to keep her happy. She's generally a very low maintenance Uma. Oh my gosh, that's a quad on the stamina. She does require a lot of stamina. She does require a lot of speed, of course. If you have good speed spark legacy parents, then it shouldn't be that hard to maintain as long as you're just pumping up speed. You don't have to giga pump it so much. Again, early on, you're going to be friendship maxing, which is what I think everyone should be doing when they first start out with Uma Musume. And this is going to be no exception here. Just chasing the friendship meters, trying to get them up to the orange as much as possible, as fast as possible. That will essentially what you're doing is you're raising the rate that your power curve explodes. And then you can really take off and leave the rest of the game in the dust. We have 159 skill points here. That's not enough to get Blue Rose Closer, which is the one that I want from Rice Shower. She also comes with a lot, at least with this deck anyway, she comes with a lot of really good standard front runner skills. Again, you just put her in the front runner position and just let her rock. Just let her rip. Her ultimate animation is also one of the best in the entire game, in my opinion. She has the Red Shift ultimate. It's basically just it just raises her velocity by a whole lot. So, take a dub here on the Junior Make debut. Zenski. I love how the practice outfits put their name on there. And yes, all the Umas will be racing in their non G1 outfits, except for the G1s, of course. Someone just died. So convert 10 energy to 10 speed there. And we're going to keep on pumping. You do have to go for a little bit of balance, though. She has a couple of medium races in here that that can take you by surprise. She doesn't need to win those, I don't think, but it's always good practice, in my opinion, just to make sure that you're balancing out your stats to a certain point, especially if you're going for rating. That's another thing that people need to realize about Uma and trying to get the best rating or the ranking at the end of the season. You essentially want to make sure that you've crossed the 100-point thresholds, right? So, like, you'd much rather, if you see a stat at 596 versus a stat that's like 723, you want to get the 596 up past that 600 mark. That's one way of many ways that you're going to have to maximize your stat training to make sure that you get the most out of it. You get the most rating and you get the most efficiency. Here I am saying that she's not moody, and then she gets a mood down back to back. So thank you, Maru. Appreciate it. We just failed a friendship training because we had to waste 2 turns on that. So pretty happy about that. Oh, now you're in a great mood. Okay. So we're gonna have to use another turn to rest her. We're all hiding out in the guts department. So I would love to get an A rank with her, but I think that's pretty much impossible now with the 3 wasted turns. And it may seem a little melodramatic. You're like, oh, come on, it's just 3 turns. RNG happens. You trust me. Oh, another mood down. Okay. All right. So the game is just screwing with us now. As someone, I can now say this, as someone who's trained an A rank before, I can tell you how lucky that run was that I didn't get a single negative output on any of the solutions that came out from the random events and from the stat training and from the mood downs, anything like that. There was 0 on that run. So yes, if we have 3 wasted turns, especially early on, that is significant enough to pretty much take A rank off the board. It comes down to your legacy parents as well being very strong, which thankfully the parents of this Maru they're very good, but they're not make up 3 turns good. So right now her stamina and power are both near 200. So either one of these are good to train. I'm going to train the stamina because we're going to need that more. Not quite enough to push what's her name over to orange yet. And power naturally trains with speed, so you don't have to harp on power too much, especially with her being a front runner. If she's having to use power to get through a lot of traffic, then your speed or your stamina is probably low. Maru really shouldn't have to power through a lot of things. So she got Charming, which is great. That's a little extra bonus there. So she's going to be able to gain a little bit more friendship gauge with every train. We have 184 skill points here, so nothing super crazy that we can get right now. Early lead is always good. It allows her to kind of break out of the mold early on. So we don't have to finish third. We don't have to finish first here. Just finish top 3 is fine. She should be okay. She won by 6 lengths, so our power curve is still looking good. All right, inspiration time. Let's see if we get some big speed sparks, baby. Come on. Come on, Maru. Oh, baby. 79 speed. We'll take it. We'll take it. We haven't had Swinging Maestro or anything here, so it's nothing really doing. We have our next G1 here. Satsuki's show. She easily wins that one too. We are going to watch some races, I promise. Just there's the sort of early to mid game races I skip them when I'm not if I'm streaming, then that's different. But for the YouTube series, I don't necessarily want to watch every single race because I don't want these videos to be super long. But we'll just be watching the major ones and skip through the ones that not that they don't matter, but the ones that are like a top 3 or a top 5. Japanese Derby, we just finish in the top 5. We should be okay. I'm gonna train Wit here instead of resting. Her Wit's a little bit low. Definitely need to get her above 300 in the early goings, so she's using her skills a little bit more efficiently. Straightaway Adept and Focus are both very good. Focus prevents, well, it doesn't prevent late starts, but it helps decrease the penalty. It won't straight up stop you from late starting. I think that's what some people tend to misconstrue about the skill. It doesn't prevent late starts. It just simply it reduces the severity of the penalty if you do get a late start roll. We had third, and now we have the Arima Kennen. It's going to take us to summer camp as well. So we have 2 turns to rest or do something. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh man, double speed. I'm going to go for the 17%. That's a little bit higher than I'm using to risk. I'm usually going to risk, but early on, that's a lot of speed here. And we got no friendship proc to start with. That is pretty awful. Come on, friends. Where you at? Train Wit here. You should almost never rest. Never rest at the beach. Always opt for Wit training over resting for the summer camp because you're getting the maximum amount of stats you can possibly get with these training. You only get 4 of them. You only get 4 trains at summer camp, and that's when you really need to sort of push the envelope with how much you can squeeze out of that. So no critical heal yet on the energy heal. All right, Hydrate's not bad. If we don't run her as a pace chaser. Stamina is lacking, and that's what's worrying me about the Arima Kennen because it is a long race. So you should focus on training. Let's get her stamina 300. Super Creek is still nowhere to be found for her hints. What's nice about training Wit with the friendship training is that you gain more energy if you get friendship to proc on Wit, and that can be extremely helpful. That's way better than resting. Now you're going to read some places around here that say you shouldn't really go more than 40. Ooh, nice. We got the quality carrots there. You're going to read some places where people would basically say don't go over 400 Wit because there is diminishing returns, which to a certain extent that is true. That is true. It doesn't affect your proc rate as much if you go above the 400 threshold. But what I will say is that if you're going for ranking, then you need to be boosting up other stats. Again, you want to try to get as many stats above the threshold of 100. Every 100 is a different letter grade. So you want to try to get as many improvements as possible, crossing that threshold, even if it's in Guts. You saw me just right there push Guts over almost over 200. What just happened there? Oh yeah, that's right. We just have to run. Yeah, we are lacking in fans, so we need to get more fans to upgrade the alt. Physical condition. This isn't all stats up, and these are skill points. I'm gonna go for the top physical conditioning. Yeah, there's a friendship gauge proc here. This will get Super Creek up to orange, so this is definitely worth doing. Raffle time. And we got a regular basic carrot. All right. No Hot Springs golden ticket for us today. Okay, an immediate proc here from Super Creek. Ultra's Haste is fantastic. One of the top skills you can get. Okay, so let's see if we can maybe sneak A G2 win here would be very nice. This would be a decent amount of fans if she can manage to take it. And she does. Very nice. She's not quite there at the 60k mark, so gonna Gamba here. And we won the Gamba. Only 5 energy for 48 skill points, baby. And we got a crit heal as well on the energy. All right. Come on, Maru. 35 speed. It's a double friendship proc. I can't pass that up. Speed training level 4. We've been really pumping speed. All right, so home stretch haste is absolutely must have. It's too good. It's straight up just too good. Straightaway recovery is great, and so is breath of fresh air for the stamina recovery. Her stamina is very low. I'm hoping with a medium race here. It's only a 2,000 meter race, so I'm hoping that 359 is enough. It may not be. Usually want to try to be around 400 right now, so but that is the unfortunately that is the downside of those 3 wasted turns. I hate to keep bringing it up, but I want to just let you know how significant that is. All right, Maru. Get our first race watch here. She's got to be number 1. Celebrate the return of landscape mode, everybody, as requested by the Mosh Pit. And a late start's not good. Already working against us. Early lead did proc though, so she needs to make sure she wrestles the front runner lead away from Daiwa. As long as she keeps the inside track, that's fine. Now what she can't do, she can't let Daiwa cut her off. That's bad. And Maru again jockeying, fighting for number 1. Daiwa comes back. Maru back in the front where she needs to be. Daiwa really charging on the outside, but Maru says no thank you. Remember, we don't have corner recovery yet, so stamina is going to be a big deal coming up on the final spurt. We know she's got the speed. She's got the speed and she's got the wit. Here comes Rudolph. There's Red Shift. It's only level 1, but she's going to kick it into high gear. Maru taking off. Look at that lead. Holy smokes. Maru blasting past everybody. So she's leaving him in the dust. No chance. Home stretch haste if it procs. It's going to be even further. No problem at all. She didn't even need it. Oh, thank you, Maru. There we go. No problem for Maru. 5 length win. So we just got that in the nick of time, so we should get the alt upgrade here, because you got to get it before April, I believe, of the senior year. Maru's going to get second round of inspiration, hopefully get a lot more speed procs here. We got triple speed, quad speed procs there, 88 speed up, baby. That's what I'm talking about, Maru. There we go, level 2 alt. Very nice. And we've got to get her stamina up. After a certain point, you can't friendship max anymore. You just have to ignore it and go for stats only. And her stamina is just simply way too low right now. Get it rested up. There we go. Nice proc there from Super Creek. We got summer camp coming up in 2 turns. I'm going to take straightaway recovery, so she has a little bit of stamina. And she's got to finish first in the Yasuda. You should have this one pretty much down pat. Especially with the corner recovery now. So we have 2 turns. Well, we have technically 1 turn. We're going to rest her. Or I'm probably just going to train Wit, to be honest. Get a little bit of energy in preparation for summer camp. Give her a little bit of extra stamina and power. Nice, and a wit procced, so it's beautiful. Perfect time for that. 22 wit, we'll take that. 24 wit or 37 speed. Got to take 37 speed. Remember, you're not only just training speed, but you're training power as well. Another proc here, this time on wit again. We'll take it. Big time energy. It also trains speed a little bit. It's going to take our power to 380. That one's always risky because it's a mood down, but you get 20 speed out of it. It's almost free 20 speed. Stamina's still way too low, man. We're so close to 1,000 on speed, though. We can get the S rating on speed before the Tenno show. We should be golden. That's definitely going to do it. This will also push our power past 400, so that's good. We get Maestro hint. There we go. Get a little bit of a discount there. Still not enough, though. Wait, what did I... Oh, I took straightaway recovery. I didn't take corner recovery. A misclick. I misclicked on that one. Well, we've got S rank speed. Our stamina is still low, and we don't have swinging Maestro because I'm an idiot. Not paying attention. Playing too fast and loose. Can't do that. So this is going to be her toughest race here. Come on, Maru. Early lead, good. I do think I like the landscape races more than the portrait races. Straightaway adept, okay. Gonna help her maintain the lead anyway. Here comes Opera. They're crowding around her. There she goes. Kicking it into high gear here with level 2 red shift. Turn it and burn it, Maru. Opera also kicked it into high gear. Opera's actually hanging with her. And now Maru's pushing. Come on, Maru. Oh, she's got it. Everyone else is just, they're standing still. Home stretch haste, yeah, that's your closing picture right there. You get home stretch haste. If it procs, that's pretty much your closer. The only other better skill than home stretch haste is the view from the lead is mine. And even then, she has to be in the lead for that to proc, where home stretch haste can just go off. A very good run there by Maru. Big time plays. Now we only get 5 more turns of training here before we go into the Ura semifinals or qualifiers. So now's the time when we got to get we pretty much have to get as many other stats up that we can. 500 stam would be nice. Dance lesson. Love her face during that. And she had a failure on the energy recovery, of course. .35 speed, man. S plus on the speed. Should get a level 3 alt here, I think. There we go. So we're not gonna get a maxed out alt. 38. That'd be enough to take her to double S. 1100 is a lot of rating there. We're gonna go for one big rest before our final 2 trainings. Okay. Need corner recovery. All right. We just got to do it 3 more times, Maru. Number 7 favorite. Predictions don't really matter all that much, but they're definitely something to be aware of at least. All right, the rest is up to her. Come on, Maru. Hey, no late start's good. Early lead's gonna proc. She should be a lock in, although my own Top Gun is fighting for it too. Maru's fighting for 3rd, now 4th. Corner recovery went off. Just swinging back and forth right now. Hanging back in 2nd. See her, we gotta wait for her to drop the hammer. Here we go. Turn it and burn it with the level 3 ult. Maru pulling away. It's a 1 UMA race. Well, they're catching up. Take it out, Maru. Take it out. There we go. Home stretch haste. She didn't even need it. There you go, Maru. Fantastic win there. Another 5-length lead. Now we're down to 2. .47 speed. Good lord. Well, we might as well go for 1200 at this point. If we win out, we're going to get 1200, so we don't really need to train speed anymore. We don't have enough for swinging Maestro, but we can pick it up if we win this one. All right, she's got to do it 2 more times. Come on, Maru. 2 more times, and we're 2 more times to pay dirt. Yuda Finale! Semi-final.
美しい青空が広がる中京レース場。さあゲートが開いた。 各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか
No late start, but she's not proccing early lead.
マルゼンスキー。さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのはサイレン
Early
ス
lead,
鈴鹿
hello?
早くも激しい競り合い。1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。先頭をかけます。
Bad start here from Maru.
セイウンスカイ激しい先頭争い。サイレンス鈴鹿
Her recovery goes off, okay?
マルゼンスキー1馬身離れて
She's getting pushed back. This feels like an RNG loss. Yeah, she's getting rushed now.
スタミナを切らさないか心配です。
ミホノブルボン快調に飛ばして行きます。向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ15馬身。先頭は
See if she can fight through it.
続きましたセイウンスカイ。それを見る
Remember what I was saying earlier, she shouldn't have to use her power because she never is supposed to be behind anybody. Midway adept, okay? Come on, Maru. She's gonna kick it into high gear too. Maru's sitting on the outside in the 4th position. She's not gonna get boxed in, but she needs to maintain. Well, now they're trying to box her in.
一気にレースが動きます。
All right, well, you better put that level 3 ult into good use here. You better turn it and burn it. Come on, Maru. She's surging. She's surging, but can't she catch Miono? Oh, the Blue Rose closer proc. Straightaway recovery proc. We need home stretch haste. It's gonna be so close. Yes, there it is. Woo. Oh man, that was a little bit scary at the end. Yeah, that was RNG working against us with the late start, or not the late start, but the rush. They tried to box her in there towards the mid race. Luckily, she was able to fight through it. You did it. There we go. She's a star. There's one more to go. And then there was one. Big time wit training. So that's enough just to pay for Swinging Maestro, and then the rest is up to her. There we go. This is our run on the line right here. She hasn't failed a single one yet. 2,400 meters on the medium track. Running to the left. We've done all that we can. She's got double S speed going into this last one. Number 6 favorite. As long as she doesn't get screwed by RNG. Don't get a late start, and all of our skills go off, so... Here we go, Mosh Pit.
「上空には灰色の空が広がる東京レース場。天気は何とか持ちこたえ、両馬場の発表です。
天気持ってくれるといいですね。
1番人気はもちろんこの子、TMオペラ王。続く2番人気はゴールドシップ。注目の天皇賞馬娘マルゼンスキー。3枠5番での出走。
気合十分、いい顔してますね。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。今スタートを切られました。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してま
See
した
if
ね。
early lead. There we go. So early lead's going to proc and give Maru the edge.
1番期待通りの結果を出せるか。
Doesn't have the inside though. Straightaway recovery. That's an early straightaway recovery.
長丁場のこのレースですが、マルゼンスキー早くも先頭に躍り出た。1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かう。花を奪っていたのはマルゼンスキー。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはアイネス風神。激しい先頭争い。少し後ろから1番1馬身差。7番
Swinging Maestro procs is a good time for it. Her stamina should be pretty much full right now.
後ろ3番その後シアマゾン1馬身離れて13番そのうち並んで岩早秀外目をついてゴールドシップ。さらにはタマモクロス。それを見るように2番マルゼンスキー。
That's not good. She's rushed.
出ましたね。
That happened after the stamina recovery, so she's going to start losing stamina constantly now.
向こう正面に入って先頭
And she's also not going to use her skills intelligently.
先頭は変わらずマルゼンスキーに続きました。14番少し離れて1番4番手アイネス風神。 すぐに続いて7番、そしてその外を回って3番、そしてその内から行ったのはハッピーリーク、外から13番、11番続いている。その外並んでシアマゾン、その後ろ岩早秀、その後太陽橋に開いてゴールドシップ、残り1000メートルを通過、内を回ります。永遠のオペラ王、そして2番、外からマモクロス、内を回って15番、後方2番手に9番、10番、現在シンガリだ。
Here we go, coming around the final stretch. There's a little bit of an early use of redshift. She's decided to turn it and burn it. Here we go. And she is taking a huge lead going around the final corner. Massive lead for Maruzensky. Oh, the horse, they're going backwards. The rest of the horses are going backwards. There's nobody around her. Maru's all alone. Straight away at depth procs. She doesn't need a home stretch procs too. This is going to be a slaughter. Maru destroys everybody. Not even close. Good Lord, Maru. Absolutely dominant in the finale. She won by 9 lengths. Not even distance, but close enough. Man, oh man. Absolutely smoked. And that's the power of Maruzensky. That's the reason why, in my opinion, that's who you should be picking for your first SSR Selector Champion when you get the ticket in your inventory if you start playing Uma Musume. She was just too dominant there for anybody to catch her. Even when rushed, she just had nothing but poise. So now we're going to try to maximize the amount of ranking that we can get here with the remaining skill points. She's a front runner, so she gains bonus points for getting front runner skills. Check it out. This is actually, you want to look for skills that are 100 skill points that get a discount. So that's you want to try to spend 100 or as close to 100 as possible for skill points when you're maximizing your ranking. If it's below, like if it starts at a base level of 90, don't go for that if you're trying to maximize ranking, unless you absolutely need the skill. So we get 153 left to go here. The debuffs also don't count as much for points as for rankings. The passives count okay. 35% off. Might be able to pick up these two. For Competitive Spirit and Kyoto Racehorse. Breath of Fresh Air is a golden skill though, so that counts for more. We're gonna take both of those and let's see what we get. It should be a B+. She didn't maximize her ult either because we had those bad turns, so let's figure it out. And yeah, B+. Almost got an A too. Wow, that was surprisingly close. And my luck on Sparks continues to be consistent. So there we go. We got ourselves another win. It's my third best Maru. Definitely not my best, as you can see right there from the A ranking, but we'll take it. So thank you for watching, everybody. Fantastic run. Again, I always recommend playing Maruzensky. She's a safe pick, easy to train, no fuss, no mess, no nothing. She's not moody usually, and she's fun to watch race. So thank you for watching, everyone. Remember, if you're enjoying the Uma Musume series here on the YouTube channel, make sure you're clicking the like button, leave a comment down below. The series could definitely use your support, especially in its infancy, to get it going with the algorithm. The game's hot right now, and I'm loving playing it. And I hope that you all are loving enjoying it as well, watching it. So thank you for watching. Have a great start to your Sunday here in the Mosh Pit. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody.